Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you, my students? My name is Mehmooda Batool. I am with your new lesson of English. As you know, our school has closed due to the second wave of coronavirus. In that difficult situation, we require your courage and cooperation. Along with your physical safety measures, keep in touch with your online teaching so you can get better use of your academic achievements. Students, our topic today is past indefinite tense. When we talk about the tenses, three forms of tenses come into our mind, and they are present, past and future. But today we will discuss about the past indefinite tense. Before starting our topic, let's have a quick look about the objectives of the lesson. By the end of the lesson, students will be able to identify the past indefinite tense, know and practice the rules of past indefinite tense, and convert the affirmative sentences into negative and interrogative sentences. Can you recall what is subject, verb and object? You have learned about it in your previous classes. We repeat it again. Subject is the person who performs the action. It is called subject. What is verb? The words which are used to describe an action are called verbs. And object. What is object? The words on which the action happens are called object. For example, if we say Ali drank the juice, as Ali is the performer of the action, so he is subject. Ali is subject. Drank, the word drank is showing the action, so it is verb, or we can say it action word. And the juice, it is object, as the action is happening on the juice. Now look at these examples carefully and try to understand the structure of the sentences. The first sentence is the baby cried loudly. Here the baby is subject. After that we use second form of verb, as cry is the first form of verb and we used cried as the second form of verb, and loudly is predicate. So the formation of the sentence is subject, verb and predicate. In the same way, second sentence is my mother baked a cake. Here my mother is subject as she is performing the action. Baked is action word and it is the second form of verb, as you know that first form is bake and a cake is object. Similarly, she sang a beautiful song. She is subject, sang is the second form of the verb and a beautiful song is the object. Look at the next example. I reached in time. Here I is subject, reached is second form of verb and in time is predicate. We stayed at home. We is subject as they are performing the action. Stayed, it is the second form of the verb. What is the first form? Stay is the first form of verb and at home is predicate. So in all these examples you have noticed that first we have used the subject, then we have used the second form of the verb and at the end we have used object or predicate. So students, keep in mind that in past indefinite tense we always use second form of verb और sentences की जो formation है वो same ही होगी, यानी सबसे पहले subject आएगा, उसके बाद second form of verb और last में object या predicate होगा. तो ये हमारे थे इन affirmative यानी simple sentences, not negative or interrogative, but they are called affirmative sentences. We repeat again what was the formation of the sentence of affirmative sentences. It is subject plus second form of verb plus object or predicate. Now we will look at negative sentences. जैसा कि आपको पता है नेगेटिव सेंटेंसेस को उर्दू में मनफी जुमले कहते हैं और हम देखेंगे कि अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंसेस और नेगेटिव सेंटेंसेस में क्या डिफरेंस है. तो जब भी हाँ वो सिंपल सेंटेंसेस हों, नेगेटिव हों या इंट्रोगेटिव हों, फॉर्मेशन हमेशा सेम रहती है, यानी सबसे पहले सब्जेक्ट आता है, फिर वर्ब और फिर ऑब्जेक्ट। लेकिन नेगेटिव और इंट्रोगेटिव में हम उन वर्ड्स का एडिशन करते हैं जो उसकी निगेशन या उसके सवाल के लिए इस्तेमाल होते हैं। मसलन द बेबी डिड नॉट क्राई लाउडली। हेयर यू अगेन ऑब्जर्व दैट द बेबी इज सब्जेक्ट and we use the word for negative sentences did not. In different tenses, different words are used to show the negation, but in past indefinite tense we use did not to show the negation of the sentence. यानी कि मुख्तलिफ टेंसेस में नेगेटिव जुमले बनाने के लिए मुख्तलिफ वर्ड्स यूज़ होते हैं। कहीं डू नॉट होता है, डज नॉट, डिड नॉट, हैड नॉट, मुख्तलिफ फॉर्म्स यूज़ होती हैं। लेकिन याद रखिए कि पास्ट इंडेफिनिट टेंस में हम नेगेटिव सेंटेंसेस बनाने के लिए डिड नॉट यूज़ करते हैं। तो सो आफ्टर द सब्जेक्ट वी यूज़ डिड नॉट एंड आफ्टर दैट वी यूज़ द फर्स्ट फॉर्म. This is the noticeable thing, that we use first form cry and then there is predicate in it. I repeat again the formation of the sentence, that first we use subject, then we use did not, and after that we use first form of verb and then object or predicate. In the next sentence, my mother did not bake a cake. My mother is subject, did not is the word which shows the negation, bake again first form of verb and a cake is object. What is the difference of the form between negative sentences and affirmative sentences? The difference is that in affirmative sentences we use second form of verb, but in negative sentences we use first form of verb with did not. In the same way, in the third sentence, she did not sing a beautiful song. She is subject, then did not, then again we use the word sing, which shows the first form of the verb, and then a beautiful song. Similarly, in the next sentence, I did not reach in time. I is subject and did not, after did not we use first form of verb and that is reach. And in the last sentence, we didn't stay at home. After we use did not and then again we used first form of word. Here you have observed clearly that in all these sentences, after subjects we use did not and then we use first form of verb. It is common mistake that students often use second form of verb after did not, which is absolutely wrong. So keep it in mind that after did not you will use first form of verb. इस बात को आपने भूलना नहीं है, क्योंकि did पहले ही सेकंड फॉर्म है तो उसके बाद आपने दोबारा सेकंड फॉर्म नहीं लगानी, बल्कि did not के बाद फर्स्ट फॉर्म आएगी. So the formation of negative sentences is subject plus did not plus first form of verb, and in the last we used object or it may be predicate also. Now look at the structure of the interrogative sentences of past indefinite tense. Here you are observing that in all the examples we use did at the start. So keep in mind that to make interrogative sentences did come in the start of the sentence. Now look at the examples one by one. Did the baby cry loudly? Here again we use first form of verb with did. Second is, did my mother bake a cake? Again we use first form of verb with did, and it comes after, first comes did and then subject, then verb, and at the end we use object. In the third sentence, did I reach in time? With did we use first form of verb and that is reach, not reached. It will be wrong. Did she sing a beautiful song? Here again we used first form of verb and that is sing. Did we stay at home? We use stay. We did. I want to make it clear that in all these sentences of negative and interrogative we use first form of verb with did not and did. So we use did not to make negative sentences and we use did with interrogative sentences. And in both these two forms we use first form of verb. Only in affirmative sentences we use second form of verb. इसलिए आपने इस चीज़ को अच्छी तरह से जहन में बिठाना है कि अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंसेस में आपने सेकंड फॉर्म यूज़ करनी है। जब हम पास्ट टेंस की बात करते हैं तो कॉमनली हमारे जहन में सेकंड फॉर्म आती है, बिकॉज इन सिंपल और अफर्मेटिव सेंटेंसेस सेकंड फॉर्म ऑफ वर्ब इज़ यूज्ड। लेकिन जब नेगेटिव और इंट्रोगेटिव के सेंटेंसेस आएंगे तो डिड नॉट और डिड के साथ आपने फर्स्ट फॉर्म लगानी है, सेकंड नहीं लगानी। कीप इट इन माइंड एंड प्रैक्टिस इट वेल। So the structure of our interrogative sentences is did plus subject plus first form of verb and in the last object, or it may be predicate. Students, now come to the homework. I hope that the tense will be clear to you, but write 5 sentences of past indefinite tense on your notebooks and convert them into negative and interrogative sentences. Allah Hafiz.